Based on this book, Emotional Intelligence, we will talk with you about emotions, what it is, how to deal with them, what to do when you're angry, when you're disappointed, when you're anxious, when you bully of someone, what it is positive thinking, and is it useful, is it not, how to become more confident, of course, and some other stuff. So let's start. What is emotional intelligence? It's the ability to understand and manage your emotion. The fact is that all emotions have positive purpose: to keep you safe, to help you make decisions, to develop and maintain social bonds, to experience happiness and enhance creative process. Your brain is made up of many different parts so that they will work together. Emotional responses appear from the one part of the brain is called amygdala. It's a small structure within the limbic system, one of the first areas in the human brain to develop. So how it works? For example, you know that not all snakes is dangerous, but when you see snake, first part of your brain, what it start to work is limbic system. And limbic system responds for your emotions, and limbic system knows that snake is dangerous. It's part of your system what is not thinking, and it doesn't care that it can be different types of the snakes. It responds automatically and immediately. So when you see snake, doesn't matter is it dangerous or not, your limbic system tell you that you need to react and fast and that it's dangerous. So that's what is your limbic system do to you is when you need to respond fast, it's do it without any thinking, just move fast. Next, it's intuition. All people, they have intuition, and intuition is a bridge between conscious and non-conscious part of your mind. Intuition is simply be aware of what is your senses telling you. Your ears, your eyes, your nose, your sense of taste, everything of this give you your brain all this information, and your brain give you ability to know something directly without thinking. It's also about dreams. It's not in this book, but it's a theory, right? That everything what we seen, all people in the dreams, what we seen is before. We just don't pay attention to this. And recently, it was one interesting information about your dreams. One scientist, he was learn dreams and make some experiments, and he said that your brain with your dreams just check your system. When you're sleeping, you have dreams. During these dreams, you have different situation, what's going on, and depends how you behave in these dreams. Your brain kind of check how is everything work inside you. Is it everything correct or no? So that's the theory. If you want more details, probably you can browse this. And there's another what I didn't know before, that we have 6 basic emotions. It's fear, anger, disgust, surprise, sadness, and joy. And they instantly warn you of danger and get you to move out of harm's way immediately. So it doesn't matter what emotion you have, they all need, and they all have some purpose to make you safe or make you more communicate with other people, make you ready to fight, make you ready to know that there's something that can infect you, right? So all emotional, they have some purpose. Also emotional, they have creative value. For example, music can lift your spirit, right? And also music can make you sad. Fear, despair, and sadness, for example, can paralyze your creativity. But in the same time, sadness and despair also can inspire your creativity, right? So these all emotions in the creative way can you help different. You have to learn how to manage your emotional. You need to notice them. You need to label them. Learning to notice feelings and the type of events that trigger them can put you in a better position to manage emotions, because it can help you, making it easier to understand what is going on in a situation and act according. Let's don't forget that only you're responsible of your emotions, and it depends from you how to manage them, right? At least learn how to manage them. Of course, it's very hard, but it's possible at least improve your skills of emotions. For example, if you're in a restaurant and someone is a child and screaming and you become very annoying and irritated, so it depends of you. It's your emotions. It's your response of this trigger, right? And you already know that this is your trigger. So how to do this, we will talk a little bit later. And what I like, it's like such a cool actually phrase. And this phrase is about me. Emotions say hurry, wisdom says wait. And I'm a very emotional person, so for me it's very hard to not follow my emotional. Actually, I'm first react, and afterwards I'm thinking about that. Oh, actually, I should first think what to do. So, what this book suggests us what we can do with our emotions. First, it's slow down, change course of your emotions. For example, instead of to think about a child who is screaming, or a dog who is barking all the time, or your annoyed neighbor, think about what you eat yesterday. For example, for breakfast, for lunch, for dinner, or recall your favorite characters from the movie, what you seen before, or some singers from the music, what you listen and what you like. Change your stream of your thoughts for something different. Next, what you can do is manage your emotions by looking ahead. For example, think about future. Maybe about that you will lost your job. What will you think? Label your emotional. Next, you can wear a bracelet or some jewelry. You can touch them, you can tug them. In the case, for example, if you would be feel angry or annoyed, that you will send a signal to your body that stop, think what to do first. If you feel angry or afraid, you can also use breath technique. For example, breathe in for 4 and breathe out for 4 and repeat it, and that's how you clear your mind a little bit. In this case, usually it's very helpful to do something. It's gardening, listen music, or vacuuming, painting, dancing, something else that let you some time to calm down and don't think about this situation, what is trigger for you. Remember that there are always usually more than one way to respond. For example, you're in the train and someone talk very loud to the phone. What you can do? Well, you can remove yourself, you can move to another train carriage, or you can do something. You can ask person talk quieter, or you can do nothing. You can just sit and try to manage your feelings and thinking by breath technique, or to think about something different, right? What we will talk before. Next, what we will talk with you is verbal communication and non-verbal communication. Non-verbal communication, it's our expression of the face, it's our gestures, it's our emotions on the face, right? For example, you can ask somebody and he will answer. We'll see of his emotional, of his gestures, of his mimic. It actually was one TV show about life that one man, he is figure out is it person lie or not by his expression. And the book give you some suggestion how to feel more confident. And that to feel more confident, you simply need to choose just 2 or 3 of these actions. For example, stand or sit straight, keep your head level, relax your shoulders, spread your weight evenly on both legs, If sitting, keep your elbows on the arms of your chair, make appropriate eye contact, lower the pitch of your voice, speak more slowly. So if you will choose 2 or 3 from this list, you will feel more confident yourself than it was before. In the verbal communication, of course, what is important, right? You need to talk and listen, and how to improve your quality of listen. So, for example, if you listen somewhere, what you can do? A simple nod of the head or an appropriate touch on the arm goes a long way toward connection to the other person. Another way to be a good listener is ask questions by repeat phrase of what is other person said. For example, am I understood it's right? And phrase what he said. Or I just want to be sure that I understand it's like, and repeat the phrase what he said. Or so you are saying, and repeat the phrase what he say. Next, it's name his emotion. For example, you can say, "Oh, you seems quite proud of yourself," or "You look so disappointed of something," and like this. If you want to say no and use only one excuse. It's not necessary to say like, "Oh, I tomorrow can't because I have too much work and I feel sick and I need to care of my dog because dog feel sick also, and also it's like kids around and blah blah blah." So don't say this because that's what is make everything weird. So just enough to be saying that no, I can't because I have too much work. Also, a book recommends you improve your positive thinking. Some people, they have negative thinking. Some has positive. You drinking water, someone call you, you answer the phone, you back to the room and you see glass. And what you will say about this glass? Is it half full or it's half empty? So that's how you can understand, are you positive thinking or are you negative thinking? I'm positive thinking, but with years I noticed that I became more negative thing, but we will talk about this later. The book is encourage you to work off your positive thinking. For example, if you watched a new movie and you didn't like it, you understand that you waste the last 4 hours of your life for this bad movie. Think different way. For example, last 3 movies what I was watching, they was good and I enjoyed of them. So you can stick with this thought. Or for example, you in the traffic and you understand that you start to be annoyed of this situation, change your thinking to the way that you can listen your audiobook, you can listen my podcast, you can listen music. So turn to the positive thinking. And it's like with other situation what you have, just think how you can to start think about this positive way. Next, what we will talk with you about main feelings and how to manage them. And first, we will start with anxiety. What it is actually, how to manage it, and we will start from what is it. Anxiety is a response to something in the future, something that you fear will or might happen, and you don't know how or if you will be able to cope. Anxiety can have a positive intent. Feeling nervous before an exam or giving a presentation, for example, can keep you on your toes and focused. For example, you need to drive somewhere new and you feel a lot of anxiety about this. You need to ask yourself what you exactly anxiety about. What is the problem? What are you worried about? What's the worst case of the scenario? What is could happen? That you're lost, that you run off the gas. First, what you need is turn to the positive thinking. For example, that's like something new and you're excited of this and you are ready to make a plan. A book suggests some steps how to make plan and what to do with all this problem. First, identify a specific problem. For example, where to parking. It's me. I'm usually, if it's some new place, I worry where to park. Second, identify options and possibly solution. For example, right, what I can do, I can stay home. would be more preferable, right? But probably I can stay home. So what I can do, I can look in the map, right, where is parking spots around and choose one. Or I can take taxi, or I can ask a friend to drive me there. So we already have 3 solutions of the problem. Number 3, choose one of the option or solution. For example, I will choose that I will just look at the Google Map parking spots and choose one and will go there. Number 4, plan how to carry out the option. So, for example, I choose one parking spot and probably I will choose 2 or 3 just in case that if it would be like one parking full, I can go to another. And that's the way how I would feel already less worry. But if it wouldn't help me and I would still continue worry, so what I can do? I can start to do something, right? I can clean house or maybe listen some music. Don't feed your anxiety. Do something instead of think about this. Next, what I can do is write my thoughts, right? It's help also if you just sit and write what you worry about and blah, blah, blah. And another, what you can do is call your friend and talk about this, because when we talk about the problem, we can see it from the different angle. And when we speak, we start less worry about this certain emotion. Or I heard that in the Silicon Valley, people there talk with a duck, this like little wrapped yellow duck, and they talk to the duck. Next emotion what we will talk about is anger. Anger can be seen as a reaction to an unmet expectation or need. You have agreement with someone to meet next to some cafe at a certain time, and they didn't text you, and you waited 10 minutes, 20 minutes, but they never call you, and afterwards they, for example, show up after 2 hours. It's like, oh, sorry, I was forgot about this meeting or whatever, and you start to feel anger. Manage anger is very hard because let's remember from the beginning of the video what we will talk that emotions usually created from the part of our brain what is called amygdala. And usually this part of brain is what is first respond of the situation without any thinking. So first what you need to do is start think how you can do it when you're full of this emotion. It's first breath technique. Take some deep breaths and continue slowly breathing. It's what gives you time engage other parts of your brain start to think, because you need time that this part of your brain what is answer for emotional start to off a little bit, and it's on some other parts of your brain what is answer for the thinking part. And when you feel that you little calm down, just ask your question, am I still angry? Can I think calmly about the situation? And then when you understand that it's not emotional part answer, but your thinking part answer, then you can talk to the person, and it would be much more productive conversation than if you just scream or do something not good. When you understood that you calm down and you're ready to talk, so be specific. For example, I feel angry because blah blah blah. Next is keep your point. Be specific and directly of the situation. Afterwards, listen to the other person's response and try to see their point of view. After when you understood his point of view, you can together to find solution on this problem. Next emotion what we will talk about is disappointment. Disappointed is a feeling of loss, the sadness that occurs when your expectations or hopes fail to materialize. So first what you need to do when you feel disappointed, just take your time. Just see it, accept all your emotion, understand that that's fine what you're feeling, accept it, take a time, and afterwards you can move forward. It is possible in every disappointment to find something positive for you. Or if you wouldn't find something positive for you, at least you can find the lesson of what it's bringing to you. For example, you late to the airplane because you were asleep too much. Next time you will do few alarms, or maybe you will call your friend that your friend will call you in certain time and wake you up, right? So to understand that's like taught us some lesson, it's already positive thinking too. Next, we will talk about next emotion and how to manage bullying. So what is kind of emotion contains in the bully? It's shame, anxiety, embarrassment, guilt, and fear are common emotions in response to being bullied. The bully is playing on these emotions, using them as a tracking of control. You cannot handle the bullying by yourself. Bullies use deception, immoral behavior, and abuse of power. So what you can do is getting for help and support. I also write here a website where you can go and ask of help. Just remember, once they start on their target, they won't let go. And just ask yourself what's the most important, that you stand your ground or that you keep your safety. You also can use positive thinking, just think that yes, probably you will quit this job, but you will manage it. Yes, probably you will stop to be married, but you will manage this. You will find someone else or somewhere better. If you understand that nobody can help you and you can quit of this situation, so you can try to show person who is bullying you that you're strong, that you're not afraid, that you're not victim, because person who is bullying someone, they think that that person can be perfect victim for him. So the best way is to show that you are not victim, but usually it's not work so good that ask for help or just quit. So that was short and most information what you can find in this book, and you can decide if it was useful for you or no. For me, it's a waste of my money and time and energy. Nothing new I find out in this book, and a little bit of my thoughts. It's about positive thinking, right? Positive thinking is fine, but I wouldn't say that some people is certain is positive thinking, some people is negative thinking. Usually we have mixed. Sometimes we feel that this situation already negative enough and we need some bright light to this situation, right? And we start thinking positive. Sometimes we already tired to think all the time negative and we switch to some positive thoughts, right? So it can be different situation, different emotionals, and negative thinking sometimes it's good also, and positive thinking sometimes good also. I think here you're supposed to have balance of the negative and positive thinking, because if person all the time think positive, they usually afraid me. If you lost your wallet and you're just thinking, well, that's okay, I will earn more money, or maybe it will find, or whatever. That's a bullshit. I think if you lost your wallet, probably better sit and cry and curse everyone around you. Well, at least it's what I will do. And afterwards, I stand up and smile again, and will understand that next time I would be more careful of this situation. For me, positive thinking, it's more a choice. It's every time, in every situation, it's a choice. Because sometimes it is nicer to think positive of some situation, but sometimes it's better to be negative thinking. Sometimes it's better to scream, to cry, just like what is, I think it's important, just give yourself time to feel negative emotion, to think negative, because when you think negative, you feel better sometimes. And it is true. Sometimes when it's too much negative thinking, you feel worse yourself. I agree with the book. If you feel disappointed, anxiety, annoyed, or other negative emotion, probably do something. give yourself time and afterwards talk to someone or think about plan what to do next. It is true, but what is saying in the book that better to do something. But I think that sometimes better just to sit and think through the situation, think through the people, notice all triggers for the situation of that people, and decide what you will do next. This advice is do something better than don't do anything. Sometimes you need just feel bored, that you will have new ideas and new goals and new plan. A situation your boss all the time humiliate you or do something bad to you and you feel disappointed, you feel angry or something else, and you just start to do something, and afterwards you calm down and this situation seems fine to you already, and just like why I was angry, it's not such a big deal. No, don't do this. Better write your emotions on the notebook with all details. Why you feel angry, why you feel disappointed, and do it every time. And after a few months, you will understand the whole picture of the situation, and afterwards you can make a plan what to do next. Another what I disagree with the book, it's to say yes or no to someone, right? Because, right, it is important to follow your feelings, to understand how you feel, what is your emotions. Most important is who asks you. Because if it's ask your parents, your children, for who you all, of course, can say no. For example, if it's ask your child and you feel that you don't want to do it, of course you can say no to him, right? Or if it's ask your parents or your friend. So for me, it's more important who is asked. If it's someone close to you, someone who is important to you, who cares about your feelings, right? I mean, of course, there could be extreme situation, what is not good, right? And we do this notebook that to understand, but the most important to see who is asked you. Many situation and many people who is important, and you don't want to lose them because you feel not good about this. So thank you that you've been with me. Write in the comments what it was for you useful, what you know already, what do you think about this book, and see you on my next video.